Hi everyone, and welcome back to my monthly laser project. And this month I have ordered some cool metallic business cards, and just to make my life easier I made a template out of recycled cardboard so I can batch process. Plus I've made a matching Leatherette card holder, so keep watching and I'll show you the whole process, including all the settings that I've used for both the Xtool S1 and F1. So let's just start with the F1 by Xtool 10-watt laser, but you can use the same process I'm going to show you for all of the Xtool machines. The F1 is a portable laser engraver with both infrared for engraving metal and a diode laser. And to create my template, I'm going to attach the slide attachment so I can cut a long piece of cardboard out. So I'm going to start with framing and just checking that everything is aligned correctly, and then I'm going to cut out the front part of the template. So for this template I managed to fit 4 cards for the F1 using the slider attachment, and if you have a small shop or you sell at craft fairs and you run out of cards, the F1 is really useful to carry around with you. Just take your template with you and in less than 4 minutes you can batch engrave 4 cards. Now I'm doing a double-sided card, so on the front will be my logo and on the back will be a mixture of a thank you for your purchase, and then another one will just have my regular details, telephone number, etc. I've also created little finger slots just on the top of each card, and then next I'm going to be laser cutting the back half, and I'm going to sandwich the two together and glue them down. So just in case you're wondering, this is recycled cardboard. It was just an old box that came from, I'm not even sure where it came from, probably Amazon. Cut them down, and I'm just using this. It's about 3mm thick, which is about 1/8 of an inch. So it's quite a thick cardboard, and I think this is probably best for your template, so it's nice and rigid. And once this is done, I am going to be framing everything out, make sure everything's aligned. And with the F1 you can actually turn the button on the top right and it will slide along, and you can just check your framing that way. And then I'm going to be using this pack of 300 black metallic cards directly from Xtool. All of these cards can be laser engraved in all of the machines, and the settings are at the back of this little paper. So they're quite thin, but at the same time they have this really cool looking metallic effect, and I'm just going to slot them into each of these templates, making sure that they're aligned to the top where the little finger hole is. And then once again I'm going to frame, make sure everything's correctly positioned, and I'm going to start engraving. And for the F1 I have used a power of 30, a speed of 200. I did 1 pass and I did about 200 lines per centimeter. So each of these cards went pretty fast. The whole thing took me about 4 minutes to do 4 cards. Now for the first one I didn't like the effect too much. I didn't think it was deep enough, so I'm going to try 90 power with a speed of 200 and the same 1 pass and 200 lines per centimeter. And I preferred this setting to the first one, so I'll come back to the one on the left further down. But first I'm going to do the other two, and then I'll come back to the first. So just checking my second setting, that's how I want it to look. It's very nice and crisp, and you've got this really gorgeous metal chrome effect underneath. It's really quite clear. I love it. So off with the slider again. I'm going to do the last two on the right first, and then I'm going to go back and do the one on the left. So again, this is the correct setting I found for the F1. It's a power of 90 and a speed of 200. So now I'm just going to repeat with the same settings on the first one. And once this is done, you'll just have to wipe off any of the engraving dust. And I'm just using a cloth and some water. Just plain water will do. You don't need any isopropyl alcohol or any other kind of product, just plain water, and it will all come off. So I'm going to do the reverse side. I'm going to position them back inside the template, and off we go with the back. And this time, because I've got the correct settings, I'm going to do all four at once. And that's the great thing about using the slider attachment. I can do 4 in one go without having to take each one off each time. And if you correctly position your template, it will come out perfectly centered. So for all of these 4, it did take about 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes in total. I don't think that's quite long, that was quite rapid. And once they come out, it just, again, needs a quick clean up and they're done. And now I'm going to make the same template using the Xtool S1 20-watt laser, and since the working area of this laser is larger, I can make a larger template and then batch process more than 4 cards. And so in this example, I've only made 2 rows, but you can fit at least 4 rows of 5 cards, and then you can batch out 20 cards in just 10 minutes. So I've only done 2 rows, but cutting cardboard is so easy, I can make another template in no time. So to create the template, I drew a rectangle and then a small circle centered on the top of the rectangle and welded them together. Then I spaced them out horizontally and vertically, and then I put the front version on one canvas and then copied the contour and placed that on another canvas. And then cut this out of cardboard as before and glued them together. I then placed the template inside the S1, always at the bottom left, at 1 inch from the left, using the ruler inside the laser. Then you just need to mark the template in design space, and once set, lock these layers so they don't move by mistake. Then next time, all you need to do is center your design inside each rectangle and place them on a separate layer so you can select them all together in one click. I really love that feature. So I selected the material, I chose black metal business cards, and I just used the Xtool default setting, which worked perfectly. It's a power of 30, a speed of 7, just one pass, but I did change the lines to 100 lines per centimeter. I then copied the template and pasted them on a new canvas and placed the graphics for the back of the card. So the 10 cards took 6 minutes to complete. And once done, all you need to do is just wipe off the dust with kitchen paper and water, and then turn them around, slot them back in, and engrave the back. So now I am creating a little wallet, and I created this one-piece cut file with thread holes in Creative Space, and I'm going to use this piece of brown leatherette that came in the sample pack you get when you buy a machine from Xtool. So this is the brown to gold sheet, and first I'm going to engrave the logo on the front using the following settings. And then the outline and thread holes will be cut using these settings. I got no char marks at all, so I'm really happy with the cut, and I absolutely love the gold that peeks through the laser engrave. Love gold, so this is perfect for me. They also sell black leatherette and other colours, and that show through silver once engraved. So I got these all from the Xtool website. I'll leave the link in the description for you. I absolutely love the way these came out. The settings used for both were perfect, and the engraving came out really clear. And the best part was making this faux leather card holder with the gold logo engraved on the front. And the holes can be threaded with cotton, and I'll do that later, but for now I've just glued the sides together so I could show you what it looks like. Love it. Really practical to carry around with me, and I can fit 20 cards in this pouch, so I love that. I hope you've liked this video and you've got inspired on how to make cardboard templates for batch engraving. And if you like this tutorial, please like this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. My channel is usually a mix of resin crafts, but once a month, I make a laser project to tantalize your creative buds. And if you wish to purchase a laser or any materials, please use the link in the description box. No extra cost to you, but it does help keep my channel up so I can make free tutorials for you. Wish you all a great week, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.